Yep.
All right, cue Zarathustra soundtrack. Everybody, sunglasses at the same time. Go. Ba-bam! All 4 people did it. Ladies, gentlemen, other beings, welcome to Stare Magic. That's right, we're rhyming now. You thought I was done? I'm never done. Do you know how many words rhyme with fair? A lot. All right.
Wait.
We got the full crew. We're back for Fair Magic. We're adjusting cameras. Okay. Today we're talking about counters. Arbitrary units that go on top of cars to keep track of various things. I won the initiative roll that we did not film. I'm going first. So I'm going to start with a vehicle, as I am wont to do. It is a 3-drop. Equip 3 for a 7-4 trample haster. It's a runaway freight train.
Okay.
When it attacks, you put a steam counter on it.
Uh-huh.
When it has 2 steam counters on it, deal 7 damage to each creature on the battlefield.
2, you said?
2, yes. You can pay 2 colorless mana to remove a steam counter from it. So it overheats, right? And if it gets 2 counters on it, it fucking explodes and kills everybody.
But you just make it indestructible or give it a bigger toughness.
Yeah, sure. You make it out Darksteel, it's fine.
Yeah.
Darksteel train. So that's
As
what I
long
got.
as it's not made of dark steel, I'm totally fine with it. I
Okay.
think it's a good card.
It's not indestructible to start with.
Yeah.
It's one of a long list of cards that become super broken when you put Darksteel Forge out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, indestructible is pretty. It's like up there with the best couple abilities.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
It's pretty solid. So that's what I got. What else we got?
Yeah. Next up, I believe, is Brian, who did not have time to do his homework.
No, I'm good. Are
Oh,
you
yeah,
kidding
you got
me?
this?
Are you
All right.
really? I've been
Okay.
ready forever. All right, so we have a blue 1/1 flyer.
Okay.
Okay.
Surprise.
Yeah.
It
Can't
has
wait to see how you incorporate counters into this.
so you pay X and you mill when you're attacking, just like Mr. Mindshaker, my favorite.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you swing.
This is a Mind
Add-
Trigger card?
Yeah, I know,
Yeah,
right?
It's always a Mind Shrieker card.
Oh.
Is it? Oh, man.
As you swing, you pay
Uh-huh.
X, and then you mill the top card of their library, or mill X cards of their library, and you get X counters, or half of X counters actually equal to the CMC of the
Half
amount of
rounded
cards.
down.
Yes.
Okay,
Oh,
so
boy.
1 doesn't do it.
So like you have to pay, if you pay 2 and you hit 4 cards or 2 cards with 4 CMC, he gets 2 counters on them.
Oh my god.
Oh, so it only gets hits on large cards or something?
Yeah.
I mean, it does half the CMC instead of
yeah, so
the
like if
total
you hit
CMC.
2 lands or a land and a 1-drop, it's getting literally nothing.
So it's
Okay,
like a
gotcha.
Mind Trigger, but instead of getting plus X plus O, it gets half that many plus 1
He
plus
gets
1
the
counters.
CMC of the card half in counters.
That it's milling.
yeah.
Okay.
So
Alright.
because it would be too broken to get
Um,
the counters
Is it
for the
blue-green?
CMC.
That's still really good if you just have to pay X for it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
I mean,
it's an attack trigger, which means you can't keep doing it. It's like one time, and however
you
big
pay
it gets
X
is how
into
big
it.
it
Yeah,
gets.
it's a blue 1/1 flyer.
Yeah.
I think it should be blue and green.
I mean, you could
Yeah,
make it
with-
more restrictive. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
So you can do
Also,
it every
you haven't
combat
made
though,
a
right?
green Mind Shrieker
So you can
yet.
you can just make this thing bigger every turn.
Yeah.
if that ability resolves, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it
No,
starts
you-
out as a 3-drop 1/1 flyer.
Right. Yeah. So it's
Like it's pretty.
it's definitely
killable.
below rate at first for sure. That sounds like a rare.
You made a rare?
Yeah. I think we made a rare on this show.
I didn't know.
That's
If,
rare.
was I
Yeah.
trying not to make a rare? Sorry.
Yeah. The running.
No, rares are good. I like rares.
It's a bit. It's a
I'm
running
sure
bit.
there's some weird math that somebody will say some weird things about, but
We tried
yeah.
to make commas and non-commas. It went poorly.
oh,
We're just gonna make
I'm
rares,
sorry.
so just make rares for all time.
No,
if you make
make
it
whatever,
another
doesn't matter.
color, and then add an X and 1 to it. So if the ability is one colorless X,
Yeah.
then that,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then another color
Fair.
on top. So either green or
Uh-huh.
yeah, they
Yeah.
could be an uncommon.
I love it.
I'm about it.
Yeah, it means you're not devoting anything else to the board if you're using that. So I think it's fair.
I got a concept for you. How about instead of half of the CMC of the cards mill, because I feel like that would be a nightmare to resolve.
Yeah, I mean
For-
it's not
For every
ideal.
mana symbol in the cards milled, you get a +1/+1 counter.
Oh, that's super dope. I like that.
Or choose a color and then you get.
Ooh,
That's
I
like
like
a
that. It's like
blue-black kinda
Una.
thing.
It's like
Yeah.
Una. Yeah.
Yeah.
You could do
I
blue-black
like
with
that,
that.
a lot. Like you pick a color when
Yeah.
you mill
I love that.
And for each,
for each color.
Devotion
for
pip.
each,
Yeah.
yeah, for each, yeah. That's
All
lovely.
right, I'm jumping the
How about
order because this dovetails really well into a card that I made.
you? Uh-huh.
It is Esper and 3 for an enchantment called Fair Gamble. It's an aura curse. So you put it on someone, you name a card type. Every time they cast a spell of that type, you put a counter on it, a prediction counter. And then once it has 3 or more prediction counters on it, that person loses the game. So you can just dunk on people and be like, creatures. Like,
Interesting.
Oh, man.
is it fair?
I don't know. I think
It's
I would.
very strong.
For 6 in 3 different colors? And they have to cast like 3 spells? It's Etrata, but like worse.
Way easier. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah.
Man.
They have to like break your rule 3 times essentially.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
they have to cast that spell 3 times
Yeah.
and then lose the game.
That's
Well,
probably
and it's
fair
also-
actually.
It's a removable enchantment.
Right. Yeah.
You know?
I'd say that's fair at that point.
Yeah.
Fair magic.
Yeah.
And it is not an upkeep trigger. It is when there are 3 counters.
Yeah.
To
Do
lose
you
the game.
do you put a trigger on it that says when someone loses the game, remove 3 counters from this, and it stays out there?
What? It's an aura curse. It's for one person.
Oh, it just
Yeah.
goes on one person.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I wanted to make it for just have it be a regular enchantment, and then you win the game.
Oh, word.
Then you can make the counter 7.
Yeah.
You could do that
Mhm.
version.
Yeah, you could do that version.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
I kind of want that card. I will never play Esper for any reason, but I
Yep.
want that
That
card.
seems right.
All right, I got 2 free spells sometimes. These are spells that deal with counters.
Okay.
They're both instants. One's one a green and a black, and the other is a red and a blue. So the green-black one is like sapping song. It's killing a creature. It's an instant destroy target creature. So it's a pretty good card.
Putrefy.
And then it has another ability. You may remove 2 counters from among creatures you control rather than pay the mana cost of this card.
Ah.
So putrefy, but force of will style. So if
Yeah.
you have
Yeah.
counters on creatures, you
So
can just kill the
You're
creature.
using your
Ah.
counters as a form of resource
Mm-hmm.
to cast it.
That's sweet, actually.
And then the other
especially
one
green
does
black.
the other one does a similar thing, only it's with artifacts. So it's a red blue negate counter non-creature spell. You may remove 2 counters from among artifacts you control rather than pay the mana cost of this card.
Sweet.
So
Yes, this is
going
the
2 ways.
blue-red or remove 2 counters negate
Yeah.
we were talking about.
So it's a free. It's like a force of will is pretty close.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
more restrictive.
that could be an uncommon.
It honestly could, yeah.
I think
Kaladesh
both
too.
of these could be uncommons.
Yeah.
Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah.
They'd be good.
Is force of will is an uncommon? Isn't
It
it
is.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Simple, straightforward effect. Definitely not extremely powerful.
Yeah.
Removing counters from permanents you control. Is that
Yeah.
what?
The red blue one is from artifacts you control specifically.
Artifacts you
The
control.
green black one is from creatures specifically.
Mhm.
Okay.
Ooh. Those are nice. I like those.
Yeah.
Because I was just thinking about gemstone mine, like remove another
I mean,
counter from gemstone mine.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Free depletion counters.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to start off with 2 enchantments. We got the Seal of Fecundity and the Seal of... I couldn't think of another word that ended in "itty" that meant a lack other than paucity. So we're there.
You're right.
Um,
That checks out. This is all fine.
yeah.
Proceed.
All right. So, Seal of Fecundity. Green and 3 enchantment. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, you put a Fecundity counter on it. Then you pay a green and 1 and remove 2 of those counters from it to draw a card.
Interesting. This is mono green.
Yep.
I love it.
That reminds me of the Seer's Sundial.
Yeah, exactly.
And I
But
think
you could
it's-
like stack up counters on it to
Yeah.
like draw a whole bunch
And
of cards
proliferate them
Yeah,
and double
yeah,
them and
yeah.
whatnot. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Seer Sundial doesn't stack counters.
No, it doesn't use counters, but it does.
Yeah, it's
you're
still
drawing
2
cards off playing lands.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's similar.
Then in the same vein, we got the Seal of Paucity, which is a black and 3 enchantment. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, put a paucity counter on it. Pay a black and 1, remove 2 paucity counters from it. Target player discards a card. Activate this only as a sorcery.
Yeah, I like that as well. I think both are good.
The sorcery part really makes it nice, like super fair.
Yeah, because there are basically no instant speed discard effects in
Yeah.
Magic. And
And
if
the ones
there
that
were, they'd
are-
be super.
Yeah,
Esper
really-
Charm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Esper Charm.
When in
Yeah.
doubt, make it slow.
Myojin.
Uh-huh.
Myojin and Night's Reach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I have mini Myogens for you.
Oh yeah.
You ready?
Uh-huh.
I'll start with the white one. Does anyone actually remember what the white Myogen's name actually is?
Myogen of cleansing? I don't know.
Nope, I got nothing.
All right, we're gonna look it up.
Cleansing
we're gonna go
fire?
to technical
Might be
difficulties.
Technical.
That's my first thought is cleansing fire,
Oh
but I
my
could be
god, the
wrong.
technical difficulties music that we have is so good.
Yo, you have free reign right now. He is not gonna put this in. Do what you want. Beatbox all you want, Michael.
Mixer back on.
He encouraged me.
I think I was the one beatboxing.
That's true.
I didn't do that. I know you hate that.
Oh man, I do.
yes.
I'm on record as
So
hating
are we
beatboxing.
still like
Yeah,
actually recording?
We're recording.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
it
Turn
like
off the
is it actually like registering?
Yeah, it's registering on here. It's registering over there.
Dope.
Yeah, and
Alright.
the thing is that me beatboxing would be much better than me singing the final countdown or
Yeah,
humming it. Or whatever.
this is all true.
I don't believe it. Like I don't hear it.
All right, so the white Myogen doesn't matter what the end is, but I cut off like the last adjective in all of these. So this is the Myogen of cleansing. It is 3 mana, 2 white, 1 colorless for a 1/1 that comes into play with a divinity counter if you cast it from hand, and it's indestructible. It has a divinity counter on it, and then you can spend the divinity counter to make 1 other permanent indestructible until end of turn. It's a mini Myogen.
Fair.
Yeah, that's nice.
What's the PT?
1/1.
1/1? Yeah,
Yeah.
totally fair.
Hey,
For how much mana?
for free.
Yeah, 1/1 indestructible for 3. That sometimes will make another thing indestructible.
Yeah, I
it's-
figure that's about
really
as far as we
reasonable.
can push that one.
Yeah.
All right, I got one more for you,
Uh-huh.
and then we'll jump back in with Myogens at a later date.
Uh-huh.
Blue Myogen of Seeing.
Hmm.
It's 2 blue and 2 colorless divinity counter, 1/1 flyer.
Mm-hmm.
Then you can
Okay.
spend the divinity counter to counter a spell.
It's pretty really good.
Yeah.
I like
Just
I like
free
the,
counter
I like how
spells.
that card plays. Yeah, that's kind of cool. It's
Indestructible.
indestructible while it's
indestructible
out there.
1/1 flyer, and then it can counter a spell for free at any time.
Uh-huh.
And how much does it cost to play again?
2 blue and 2, so 4.
I kind of like want to play that card, but also don't really ever want to play that
I mean,
card.
it's like
Yeah.
Glen Alondra, but
So I
like,
think it
gets
may be
around some
fine.
different stuff. Like Glen Alondra is
Yeah.
already like kind of that spell.
Yeah, and this
but
is more
this
color
is, like,
intensive.
It's the same,
And doesn't
right?
have persist.
Well, I mean, it's
Yeah.
one more blue,
Well, it has indestructible.
but yeah, it's
Which
just
is
different,
kind of,
so
like,
it can live through
similar.
some different stuff,
Yeah.
which is better. It's like what I'm saying. It's like it's a little different. Like it's a really nice spot.
Mm.
Like
I think it's probably fair.
and it also
It's
wins
just
the
good.
counter war. When it dies, you counter something. Is that what you're saying?
Oh,
No,
you
you
spend a divinity counter.
Oh, so you take the counter off and,
And
it counters
it's not
something?
like you-
So it's like so it wins the counter war.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
Like
they
when
can't
somebody's like,
counter
I want to
that
counter that,
spell.
you're like, this is an ability, not
Yeah.
a counter.
Yeah.
So
You run
boom, just like
Stifle?
Glen Alondra.
Yeah.
I do.
But it also just sits there through board wipes. So you can advantageously play this into a board, wipe the board, have this for backup. Like, oh, you want to do something nasty afterwards?
Right.
Counter it.
And you can't flicker it to get a counter on it because it has to be cast.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
All right,
it's
so
not
I
that
feel like we got to
abusable.
That's
nerf
awesome.
it a little bit. 'cause
No,
it's a
it
little
sounds
intense.
awesome, dude. It doesn't
Right.
even sound broken.
Right.
Like Glen Alondra is already good as hell.
Yeah, like it's in the neighborhood of Glen Alondra.
and
I
it's
think
actually
that's
harder to
fine.
play than Glen Alondra. Like it's not as good as Glen
Yeah.
Alondra in my
Alright.
opinion.
Indestructible 1/1 counterspell. Let's go.
Uh-huh.
But it's 4 mana and it has no hate. Like I don't know.
No.
All right, I got one more for you. Myogen of Night. It's a 4-drop for a 1/1 Death Toucher. Divinity counter indestructible. You can spend the divinity counter to tutor for a card.
All right, that has to be a 6-drop because
What?
Death Touch indestructible is super
Too much?
strong.
Too
Tutor
powerful?
and also Tutor is super
Yeah.
bonkers. Like instant speed Tutor just
Yeah,
like they already banned instant speed tutors in French that
Yeah.
cost life and mana.
Wow.
Like,
Alright,
so,
so
like, I
what
don't know.
about 5 mana?
Maybe there's an activation cost for spending your divinity counter or something like that. Like in keeping it at 4-drop. Like the death touch part is pretty good too because depending on the format you're playing it in.
Yeah.
For
like,
5
it's
mana,
obviously-
and the power toughness on this one is
It's a 1/1.
It's a 1/1 still. I think 5 is fine.
I think 5 is honestly all right.
Yeah, I think 5.
5-drop indestructible
Yeah.
death touch. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean that's
That's
you're
pretty-
you're
that's pretty
investing
wild.
into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
And then
it's
you
going to be a
detutor?
blocker, but it's
For
not
one more
gonna-
than Diabolic Tutor, you get the 1/1 indestructible Death Toucher.
Yeah. That
I
feels
mean,
fine.
Actually,
yeah.
at 5, that's pretty good. Like you
Yeah.
spend. I don't think there's a format where that would influence anything. It'd be fun in EDH because you're like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you can't touch me. Also, I'm gonna go ahead and get a card now, and it'll be really good in EDH too,
Yeah.
because people don't want to mess with it because it does nothing until you're tutoring,
Uh-huh.
and
you
they
know
really
you're,
can't mess with it. They're gonna, and as soon as they try to, you're like, "Oh, just go get my card."
Yeah.
It really
But it's
shakes
not
up
good.
the Atraxa decks too. It's like
Yeah.
Oh,
proliferate,
God,
play a bunch
yeah.
of Divinity stuff, yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
goodness!
Tuners, we.
But if you hold all of the specifically counters cards in the vein of Atraxa, like
Yeah.
they're all a little bit better. Let's be real.
I do find it funny that you did an Esper enchantment and then did the 3 Esper divinity counter.
Oh, I was just going at Warburg order, baby.
Gotcha.
We can do the red one next if you want. It's a 2/1 haster for 4. You spend the divinity counter to blow up a land.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah.
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 It's
And then
there.
the green one is a.
I mean that. Sorry,
Go
too,
ahead.
but as a guy that plays a LD deck in
Yeah.
French, like that seems super, very on curve and very fair.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
yeah.
most of the spells the good spells in my deck are 3 mana, but they don't print them anymore. So like I play a lot of 4 mana
Yeah.
LD spells. So if I can get I play Avalanche Riders, which is a 4-drop 2/2
Yeah.
haster that blows up a land, but this one's gonna stick around.
Yeah.
I'm very on board.
yeah.
Then the green one was a. Call it a 2/2 with reach for 4, and then you spend the divinity counter. You can put a permanent from your hand into play.
For 4.
I'd say a green permanent maybe.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I like that.
For 4 mana, remove a divinity counter, put a green permanent into play.
Yeah. Yeah, that seems
That-
fine.
Can you can just put Crater Hoof into play for 4 mana?
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah.
There's cards that do that though.
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty
I
of
know,
stuff
but
about
like
that.
they're also busted. Like,
Yeah, yeah, you're not wrong.
One,
These are-
two.
and I think all of these I would like heavily color on the pips. I would do
Yeah.
like triple green there
Yeah,
maybe,
yeah.
or like triple black on that one.
Ooh, just like straight up.
I
like
think you can
triple
keep
black.
them this
Uh-huh.
pushed if you push that mana cost a
Yes,
little
That's
bit.
fair,
harder.
yeah.
I thought honestly, I just thought divinity counters on the Imagine were dope as fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, they're nice.
I
Yeah,
wanted
yeah.
them to be playable outside of EDH shenanigans.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
anything that allows you to not spend any resources that are not mana at instant speed are going to be like inherently kind of broken.
Yeah.
So, like,
Yeah. All right, I've got one I'm pretty excited about. This is a new kind of counter, and I think it's an intuitive counter that they haven't done yet, and I think they could. It's called a weird counter,
Sure.
Ooh.
and when it's on a creature, it only goes on creatures. Reverse this creature's power and toughness.
Oh,
Cool.
So
yeah.
whenever it's on it,
Yeah.
its power and toughness are switched. If effects affect
Yeah.
the toughness afterwards, just
Yeah.
affects the toughness. It just switches it when it comes in, essentially. So the card for it that I made is a red-blue 1/4. It's a like weird creature,
Yep.
and when it ETBs, you put a weird counter on target creature.
Yeah.
So if it's
I like
on the
that.
board alone, it becomes a 4/1, and then if there's another creature, you can target it and keep it as a 1/4 if you want, for red and a blue.
Yeah. I like that.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
just WYRD.
WEIRD.
Yeah, like the is it weird?
Yeah, like the is that weirds.
Yeah.
I saw what you're going for, and I appreciate it, Brian.
Just checking.
All right. Anybody
Yeah.
else got stuff?
So I've got 2 creatures. Both of them deal with putting counters on creatures. We've got Polcraze the Enlarger, who is a blue, green, red, and 1 creature. We'll call him a 2/2. At the beginning of each end step, put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control, and put a 1/1 counter on target creature you don't control.
I love it. That's all he does.
That
That's
is
it?
all he does.
That's
Also, he has
awesome.
haste.
Oh, haste is
Dude.
good, and
Yeah.
that's fair.
Yeah.
It's about fucking time we got a rogue general that wasn't crazy busted.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly.
No, he just, seems fun.
I love it.
Yeah. And then, same vein.
Embiggenator.
Yeah.
I guess you can play. What is it? What's the teamer clan leader?
Yasova. Yeah, she's
Sarkhan?
cool.
No.
Surak.
Surak. The
Yeah.
old
Surak,
Surak.
Oh, yeah.
Tricolor Surak.
Yeah, he's good.
He's pretty good.
He's not busted though.
yeah,
He's
you're
just
right. I
good.
forgot about him.
He's really strong.
He's strong.
He's strong, just like in the format of French. He's
Yeah.
Amendment. Teamer generals out of cons. Totally fine.
Yeah.
Every other teamer general. Very scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Riku? Nah.
Yeah. Well, the only other teamer is the commander set.
Nah.
So,
Cascade Boy and fucking Riku.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kill that
There's
guy.
one more, right? Oh, Animar,
Animar, yeah. Yeah.
which is honestly the best of them. So.
Yes. Kill that person.
Yeah. And then I have a triple white creature.
Cool.
Whenever a creature you control attacks alone, put X 1/1 counters on it, where X is the number of creatures you control.
Oh, how much mana again?
What?
Triple white
Just triple white.
for a 2/2.
So it's like turbo.
Oh, it's a
exalted.
creature.
You are
But
all
it's a
in
creature.
mono white, yeah.
Okay, I thought it was an enchantment for a second. As a
No.
creature, I think that's fine. If
Yeah.
that were enchantment, I'd say I don't know about 3.
Oh,
mana.
absolutely not. No.
Yeah.
But no, it is a 2/2 creature that has super exalted.
Yeah,
I love it.
that's pretty good. That's
Yeah.
very good for White Weenie.
Yeah.
That's a lot
Yeah.
of power.
Pretty spicy.
It's-
It's for everyone.
I mean,
right?
that's
It's not just him.
super
Huh?
all in. That's very good.
That's
very,
Healer's
very
Hawk's
good.
new best friend.
Uh-huh.
Oh
like-
my god, blah. Yeah.
Just
Hi,
thinking-
boys.
Yeah.
Holster your cards. We're going to the Pinterest lightning round. All right. First one I got for you is this
Ooh.
cube.
Oh my god.
Some sort of puzzle box with counters on it.
Okay. I think
Reminds
I got
me
this
a lot
one.
of doubling cube.
All right.
I've got this
Devil's
one.
got it.
This is a vehicle for 2.
Yes. Yes.
It's the Arcbound Cube.
Okay.
It has crew 1.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 0/0, but it's not a creature when it comes in, so it doesn't die.
Cool.
It ETBs with 2 +1/+1 counters and has 2 abilities. Remove a +1/+1 counter to create a 1/1 servo.
You son of a bitch.
And
You already made this guy.
Sacrifice an artifact. Put a +1/+1 counter onto this card.
Well played, Denfeld. Well
Yeah.
played.
Cheetah.
That's awesome. I love
Gorgeous.
it.
But I
Yeah,
think
it's
it
nice.
fits.
Yeah.
It does fit.
It pops
is
out
the thing.
servos,
Yeah.
and that can crew it,
Uh-huh.
and you can sack artifacts to put more counters on it.
Nailed it.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
think we're
nice.
going to do better than that. Let's
Yeah.
go on to the next one.
Let's do it.
All right.
I was prepared.
Here's a hellscape full of green glowy things.
I see it.
Some floaty
A
business.
little larger.
Yeah.
These spore counters, maybe.
Oh, you're goddamn right.
I
it
was
can
gonna
be.
say Phyrexian landscape,
Yeah, that's definitely Phyrexian.
like some type of plague, Phyrexian plague.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they came to your planet, man. Like I don't know.
Can you have poison counters on permanents?
No.
Ooh, not yet.
But you
we can
could.
figure this out.
I got that. All right. So bear with me here, but what I'm seeing,
If you control a poison counter on a permanent on your upkeep, you take a poison.
What?
Or how about like?
whenever,
I'll
all right,
let you go.
green, black, and 2 artifact.
Okay.
Whenever a counter would be put on a permanent, instead put a charge counter on this.
Sweet.
Green, black, and 1, sacrifice it. Target player gets X poison counters, where X is the number of
What
charge
the
counters.
fuck are you talking about?
It's
Yeah.
like they had that new Phyrexia version of
It's a
2-drop.
Banefire
Yeah.
for weird things.
Yeah.
In New Phyrexia, they had those 2-drop uncommons where when you cast a spell of that color, they got a charge
Shrines.
counter. The
Uh-huh.
shrines.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like a similar type of
Yeah,
effect,
it's like
but
a
with
shrine
poison
of
counters.
infect.
Yeah.
The name of the card is just "fuck you, Atraxa players."
You must have had a really bad experience with an attraction player.
Who, me?
like, recently? Because yeah.
No, I just think they're. I think it's a very straightforward deck design.
Yeah.
Unless you're
Yeah.
playing Atraxa stacks, in which case you're like the worst person.
Also, just I mean, if they show up with attraction, probably just kill them.
Yeah.
Just, like,
Seems like a safe bet.
safe bet.
Yeah.
Take them out. All right.
No hard feelings.
Last
you
one.
gotta
Let's
go.
do it.
Mm-hmm.
We got a whale.
Holy
Mm.
moly!
Mm.
He is a very big whale.
Big old whale.
He is a hungry boy.
Can this be a Simic whale, please?
Blue green.
Okay. Blue green.
Is it from Kaladesh? It's probably from Kaladesh.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. This looks like Keterek Leviathan's bigger brother.
Uh-huh.
This is like the legendary whale from Kaladesh.
Yeah.
Alright. Whenever a player casts a spell, put a energy counter. You gain an energy counter. And then you could spend 2 energy counters to put a +1/+1 counter on him. He starts as a 1/1 flyer for 5.
I mean, I think it could cost that less, honestly.
Yeah, he could be a 1/1 flyer.
I also
for
feel
4.
like this thing should be huge to begin with because it's really large.
Yeah.
Apparently.
I'm trying to make,
Make him a
stand-
0/10 for like 5 or 6.
Yeah.
And put a 1/1 counter on him for each energy counter. So he's super
So
hard
you
to
can
kill.
you can pay an energy, put a counter on him.
Pay
Yes.
2 energy.
Two energy, put a
counter
counter on him, and whenever a player casts a spell, you get an energy.
on. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty good
Yeah.
for 5.
I think
Yeah.
5.
I think that's
5/0/10 flyer with a
fair. Yeah, I like that.
10 butt, just
Yeah.
blocking all day.
Uh-huh.
It is gigantic.
Yep.
I was gonna give him a Leovold ability.
Oh, boy.
Ah!
5 mana 2/4 with Leovold. Whenever you target him, and an opponent targets him, you draw a card.
All right.
I like that.
Yeah.
Like as a mythic rare.
Yeah.
I also like the Colossal Whale ability, where it attacks, you Oblivion Ring a creature under
Mhm.
it until it leaves.
Yeah.
These all work.
Yeah. I'm about it.
They're all on the screen right now. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, that was this week's installment of Fair Magic. Shout out to our boy Brian, back from winning all the money at Reno.
Yep.
Yeah.
Catch us on. We're not gonna. There's a lot in that suitcase, but we're just gonna throw it away. Welcome back to Fair Magic, Brian. Catch me on the flip side, where I will be still doing this.